morning, listeners, on an absolutely gorgeous but too cold Friday morning, Halloween, here at Oldie 640 KTIB. The present temperature, a cold 49 degrees. Winds from the northeast at 4 miles an hour. I just checked the flag on the flagpole in front of the courthouse. It says, "Not yet" is dead still. Humidity 69%. Barometric pressure 30.46 inches of mercury and steady. Dew point 40 degrees. Visibility a whopping 9 miles. Sunrise will be at 7:17 a.m. this morning. Sunset this afternoon will be at 6:17 this morning. Actually, exactly 11 hours apart. Forecast for today calls for plenty of sunshine with a high of 78 degrees. Winds out of the east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tonight, generally clear. Lows around 50. Winds light and variable. Oh, man, and that's your forecast for today here at Oldie 640 KTIB, 108 Green Street, historic downtown Thibodaux, Louisiana.
Hysteric tomorrow.
I'm telling you, man, listen, if we get your mic going here, you can keep your headsets on. Yeah, wait, you just follow my cord. Let me see where we are with you. Got Gibbens Robichaux in the house this morning, and we're going to be...
You don't hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you, Gib, but you have to go through the mic. I don't know where the extension is.
I thought this was a...
There's an extension cord I can get here somewhere. Here we go. We're going to do it right... Nope, can't do it right here. Anyway, we'll do it at the break. We'll get Gib hooked up at the break. Anyway, 447-6409, number into the dialogue room. 447-6409 this morning here at Oldie 640 KTIB. Birthdays and anniversaries, give us a call. Always happy to celebrate them with you as usual, and especially this old hallowed, what do they call it? Hallowed Eve, huh? Halloween.
Hallowed Eve, that's right.
Yeah, whatever.
All Saints.
Now, all saints and all souls. What do we want here? Don't forget to keep in your thoughts and in your prayers truly America's finest young men and women who are in harm's way, particularly those in the Persian Gulf area, be it Iraq, Afghanistan, Pakistan, wherever they are. We ask that you keep them close to you and keep them in your thoughts and in your prayers. Some of the ones locally we want to pray for: Brady DeLotte, who is in the Carolinas, Matthew Barrett, who is in Denver, and Michael Lebo, who is in Fallujah. That's my Marine guys. My Army guys: Aaron Bai, Jared Jerwa, Benjamin Hunter, Vinny Verrett, Gabe Williamson, Joseph Fontenot, John Dupaire, and Stefan Leret, all of the United States Army and all overseas in harm's way. So keep all these guys and gals close to you. Keep them in your thoughts and keep them in your prayers. And let's get as many home as we can for the holidays, because that's when it's lonely, and that's when times are the toughest overseas. Hold on, let me get this call. Good morning, you're live, kid.
Mr. Dean.
What?
You know what tomorrow is.
Tomorrow is November the 1st.
Well, you know what we got to do.
What? Oh, we got to set our clocks back.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me, Doug.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I forgot about that.
You forget about that.
Yeah, I'd have been an hour early for Mass Sunday morning, I guarantee you. I'd have forgot.
An extra hour
Thank
sleep.
you, buddy.
Because tomorrow is daylight, we got to go to daylight savings.
You are right. Thank you so much.
Because when stuff happens like that, you know, tomorrow is the first. But we got to move clocks back an hour.
You're right, and I totally forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me and the listeners.
Because, you know, every time, you know, if Linda don't have it on her mind, she didn't tell that I'm going to remind her about that. Because if there's anything that they don't know, the Hornets must have lost last night.
And I think the Hornets won.
They won?
I think they won. Yeah, they undefeated. They won again. Yeah.
Oh, they won again?
Absolutely. Boy, you saved the day, Doug. Thank you.
You know where that game was?
What, where?
They were playing at the Phoenix Suns.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, Shaquille.
All right.
Shaquille
O'Neal, yeah.
Yeah, that's where they were, the Phoenix Suns, so that's where they was.
Okay, Doug. You have a good day. Thanks a lot now.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Well, he's right. I totally forgot about that. Daylight saving time starts Saturday night, and we'll talk about that this weekend. Doug, save the day for me. Cocoa for Casa this morning. Help soothe your soul with hot cocoa while your generosity provides you with that warm, fuzzy feeling. That's this morning, 8 to 10 o'clock, Casa of Lafourche fundraiser. Down below us here at Oldie 640 KTIB on the corner of Green and 2nd Street. Hot cocoa, the classic dark chocolate, supreme chocolate, French vanilla, and chocolate for $2. A warm homemade biscuit, buttery homemade bread rolls, and chewy Rice Krispie treats, all for $1, 8 to 10 o'clock this morning. Right here at Casa. I think when we leave here at Gib, I'll go downstairs and I'll treat you to a cup of cocoa and a biscuit. How about that?
Oh,
huh?
You don't have to go to work?
Yeah, I got to go to work, but I'm ready to get a cup of cocoa and a biscuit. Career Link 2008. Don't forget the date. One-stop shop career opportunities in technical education, Louisiana Technical College, Lafourche campus, 1425 Tiger Drive. That's Thursday, this coming Thursday, November the 6th, 2008, 4:30 to 7 p.m. Refreshments will be sold. That's Career Link. Got some Nichols tickets to give away. Next caller gets, let's see how many we got here. Let's go 4 and 2. Next caller gets 4 tickets to the Nichols Central Arkansas game. 447-6409. 447-6409 if you want some Nichols tickets. Got a couple of pairs to give away here this morning. Saturday, November the 8th, and Friday, November the 7th, downtown Thibodaux. Friday, Big Boys Cook-Off. Saturday the 8th, Arts, Crafts, Food, Car Show, 5K race, duck race, kids activities, historic displays, music, 9 a.m. to 12 noon, Bayou Dixieland Jazz Band.
There you go.
1 to 5 p.m., Water's Edge, all-day Christian music and dance. No admission, sponsored by the Chamber of Thibodaux. We'll talk more about that as the week goes on. Residents of the city, hey, listen, don't forget, put out all your storm debris by Monday. The last pass by Pinnacle will be made through the city on Monday, November the 3rd. So, boy, if you ain't got it out, that means you have to either haul it away yourself or pay to have it hauled away. So try to get that done. Get that out to the curb Monday morning. Senator Vitter opened a mobile office in Lafourche Parish to provide assistance to residents of Lafourche in the wake of the recent storms. Fall Farmers Market tomorrow, 7 o'clock, 314 St. Mary Street. Get there early. They still got beautiful tomatoes. The fall produce is coming in. People are still growing cucumbers, and some people are still growing snap beans. So, boy, get ready for an excellent farmer's market. Talked about nutrition. Does nutrition affect your child's learning? Yes. Research has shown that children who regularly ate a healthy diet had better grades, better behavior, and ability to concentrate, and were less hyperactive than children who consumed less healthy foods. Looking for a job at the city? Secretaries, auditorium maintenance supervisor, water plant operator, police radio dispatchers, police officers, laborer, utility repairman, electricians, equipment operators 1 and 2. You can go to www.ci.thibodaux.la.us, download an application, or you can call 446-7218 for more information. Pumpkin patch is over. Halloween dance is over. Teen Life dinner is over. Wine tasting gala. Hey, be there. That's coming Wednesday, November the 5th. Crossroads will hold its 4th annual wine tasting gala at the Nichols State University Ballroom. This fundraiser celebrates life, your life, our lives, and the lives of hundreds of women, men, and babies that have been saved through this event. For more information, 446-5004. I ask you to come out. We got an auction going on. I'm going to be the auctioneer. We're going to have I guarantee you one thing, we will have a good time. It is for a great cause. So don't forget, we talked about Thibodaux Fall Festival. Help Your Neighbor program. The City of Thibodaux Help Your Neighbor program is in need of your assistance. In order to continue to aid in our low-income senior citizens and disabled persons in paying their city utility bills, donations to the program are needed. If you're willing to assist and would like to donate to this program, there are 3 simple ways. You can make an annual donation to Help Your Neighbor program by authorizing the city to automatically add $1 or more to your monthly utility bill, and by adding a donation of yourself to your monthly utility payment on a voluntary basis. If you do that, I would suggest that you put a note with it saying the overage goes to Thibodaux Help Your Neighbor program. That's what I'm going to do this month. I'm going to make up a donation. Yeah, that's a heck of a program, Gib, and, winter's coming on. There's a bunch more stuff we need to talk about, but we got Gib Robichaux in the house. Hey, I forgot all my commuter guys and gals, rather. Hugh, Philip, Randy, Nancy, Laura, Joe, George, Perry, John Richard, Chip Roussel, Johnny Norris, Cotty Campbell, Dan Knockhand, Travis from Baton Rouge, Lizzie Blanchard, Penny Cade, Lena, all, not just the guys and gals with Sunshine, but all of you that commute. There are hundreds of people that commute from this area in and around the Thibodaux community, Lafourche Parish area, to parts unknown. I'm talking as far, I talk to guys on the road all the time. Man, from here, as far as they commute to Lafayette, they commute to Baton Rouge, New Orleans, of course, Morgan City, Houma, some even to Hammond, some to New Orleans East, to the Michoud plant,
That's right.
to the Michoud operation out there. So just say a 5-second prayer for everybody that we get to work safe and get home safe at night. Don't forget they're still picking up storm debris, number one. Number two, there are cane trucks on the road. Farmers are trying to get the cane out the field. So just give them room, and don't get mad at them. They're just trying to get their crop in. So give them a little time, and just get out their way and let them do what they got to do.
Gene, make sure you remind them about tonight driving.
Yes.
By the kids all over the streets,
Next on
all
my
over
list.
the roads.
Of course, tonight is Halloween. Want everybody. We urge you to have parties. Do something with the kids, but do not drop your kids off in neighborhoods and leave them unsupervised.
Right.
And tonight, if you're driving, please be careful. We don't want any accidents with a child getting hit or somebody getting hurt. There will be lots of kids in the street, in and around the streets, and the police department will be out there, with their blue lights on to try to remind everybody that Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Office will be out there, but there still will be hundreds of kids on the street. So please drive carefully. It's just for a couple hours. Drive carefully. Let's let the kids have a good time, and we don't need any accidents, and just don't want anything to happen to any one of the kids in this area. So please be careful tonight. It's Halloween. As I said, do not leave your kids unsupervised. Go have some fun with them. Take them trick-or-treating. Go. It's not too late. Get a party together. I think that's what my family's doing. We're having a party at Mimi's house or something. I don't know. And they're going trick-or-treating in the neighborhood or whatever. But try to get together as a family. It can be a family deal, and make it safe and make it just something special for the kids, because life is about one thing. It's all about building memories.
That's right.
I mean, that's all it is. That's all it boils down to.
That's right.
So you take the moment, seize the moment,
And we lost a couple of kids this week.
Yeah.
Tragic
Oh,
accident.
man.
The school bus and the golf ball thing, and our sympathies go out to those people.
Mine too. I mean, what a terrible.
Accident. Yeah, that was terrible.
And especially when you lose a young child, it just goes to show you how fragile
That's right.
life really
Life is.
is.
You better
And
be
how
careful.
special it really is.
We have so many people,
Absolutely. So please be careful. Just supervise your kids and take good care of your kids. Be good moms and dads tonight, and everything will be fine. Oh, man, we got through some of that. Nichols, anybody wants Nichols tickets? 447-6409, 447-6409. You don't want to call on the air, but you still want the tickets. 447-6405. 447-6405 here in the administration office here at Oldie 640 KTIB. Gibbens Robichaux, welcome to the program.
I can't believe you wore your mask this morning.
How you like that, buddy?
I didn't know who you were.
I thought Paul Leslie might be here.
Oh, yeah, Paul. Yeah, we could have fun with Paul. Bring him on next Wednesday.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we'll
don't forget, Doug saved the day. Daylight savings time tomorrow during the night when you go to bed. Set your clock back.
Well, get an extra hour.
We get to gain the hour, right?
Yeah,
we
right.
back it up an hour.
You
So
have to sleep an hour longer.
back up your clock.
It's funny how the government can tell us how long we can sleep and how much we can sleep.
Government's going to tell us how to do a lot of things
you're
before
right.
this whole doggone thing is over with. But anyway,
Absolutely.
they're in the banks. I mean, they're everywhere. They're everywhere.
The daylight saving time goes way back to Benjamin Franklin. It was his idea,
That's how far back that goes?
I don't know if he barbecued or not, but they always said it was because in the summertime they give an extra hour in case Gene Richard came in with a barbecue.
Yeah, right. I tell you what, if Ben Franklin lived today and worked till 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock like we do, he wouldn't do daylight savings time. I hate that time.
I don't think Benjamin Franklin.
But it's for the good side of that is it helps the kids getting on the school bus in the morning, because instead of getting on the bus in the dark, it'll be daylight. So
I think it should. This one tomorrow should be backed up another month. It's too dark in the morning. It's still too dark.
Yeah, it is.
You're right.
October
7 would be better. Time to write a letter. Write to everybody.
But it's just heck on us who work late, and when we come home, it's dark when we leave.
Yeah.
We got to turn our lights on. But anyway, I can't do anything about that, so I just soon accept it,
Gene,
blow it off, and go about my business.
We always talk about Halloween is always associated with scary things.
Yeah, why is that?
Costumes. Well, I went to the Manor last night, St. Joseph Manor, and I tell you, I got blown away by the party they put on over there. They had 5 people dressed like the Wizard of Oz people,
Uh-huh. Wow.
Ann Thibodeau was dressed as Dorothy and had a little dog, a little fake dog with a Toto. Remember Toto?
I remember that. I remember the
Tin
movie.
Man. Can you name the 5 characters? Come on.
Nope, I can't.
The Tin Man,
the
the
lion,
Scarecrow.
the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, of course. What's her name? Judy Liza
Judy
Minnelli's
Garland.
mom, Judy Garland. What am I forgetting? The Scarecrow, the Tin Man, the dog, the lion.
Oh, that's it.
That's it, huh? Got them all?
Uh-huh. Ray Bolger, remember Ray Bolger?
Yeah, he was the Tin Man.
Yeah, right, I think so.
And a big heavyset guy was the lion.
Yeah.
What was his name?
I don't.
Me
I
neither.
can't remember the names. But
You can't remember
they
names.
it was incredible. They were all, even the members of the staff were dressed, from the kitchen staff came out as nuns of Mount Carmel, and they came out 6 of them, and they looked just like nuns.
Come on.
Yeah.
What was it, just a Halloween party?
Yeah, Halloween party. They have it every year, but not like this. Emily runs the whole thing. She's in charge of recreation and entertainment. And I tell you what, it floors you. They had a lot of pictures, but some of the members of the there were dressed in costumes as witches, and I think more people just love that, Even Monsignor was there.
Well, you got to be old not to like that.
That's
You know,
right.
heck, I'm old. I like a lot of things.
You ain't old.
It's only a number, Gib.
Johnny Perkins, I was born 200 years ago.
Well, you might be right.
Yeah.
And of course, this is All Souls Weekend and All Saints, All Souls Day and All Saints Day, and a big, just a big, I hate to call it a celebration, but it is in the Catholic Church. For as far as make sure they visit the dead and they clean up the tombs, and once a year, of course, All Souls Day. Oh yeah, they're always spanked up and prettied up, and everybody's out there working and cleaning them up. Hold on, let me get this go.
Somebody wants their tickets.
Good morning, you're live, KTIB.
I always was worried about your movie history.
William Taylor.
There is none.
Yeah.
Boy,
Well,
you're
right.
famous,
right.
William.
I just wanted to let y'all.
Judy Garland, that was her name.
Well, you knew Judy Garland. Ray Bolger was the Scarecrow.
Right.
Yeah.
And the Tin Man was played by Jack Haley Jr.
And Burt
And the
Law.
Lion was played by Burt
Law,
Law.
yeah. That's right. I remember.
And the Wonderful Wizard, who showed himself at the end of the movie, was played by Frank Morgan.
Yeah, Frank Morgan. I remember that.
See, I got about as
You weren't
many.
even born yet, William Taylor.
I got about as many of those right as I used to get on my test in high school, somewhere around 50%.
Yeah, like playing the clarinet.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
that's why you ended up in radio.
I know.
Like I did.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
William, tell us that story.
Hey, William, I got a quick question for you.
Yeah.
The humidity today was 40 degrees. Okay?
You mean the dew point?
Dew point, I'm sorry, not humidity. Dew point was 40 degrees. The temperature at my house this morning when I left was 50. Yet my windshield was all wet. I had to hose off my windshield and my glasses to come to work. Why would we have moisture if the dew point is 40 degrees?
Well, it's
relative.
Well, it's relative, but it's also a ratio. You see, it doesn't take a whole lot of moisture to condense on the windshield.
Okay.
And so it can be as low as 40. And in this case, now you have to remember, and also another important factor is the spread. That if the dew point stayed at 40, but the air temperature, let's say, got up to 60 or 70, then you're increasing the amount of space that the dry air can contain.
I got you. Okay.
When the
All
temperature it gets closer to the dew point, what's happening is the spatial quantity in the atmosphere, for lack of a better word, is starting to allow the condensation to begin. And that, Gene, that's another reason why sometimes, if the dew point, let's say it's in the 30s, we can have frost.
You can still have a frost. Okay.
Because
All right.
it's going
I
through
understand.
deposition instead of condensation.
I understand.
So that's why at almost any degree of dew point, if the temperature is close enough to the dew point, you can either have dew or you can have frost if it's low enough.
So we laugh all the time when weathermen use the term relative, but this is actually a case where that's true. That dew point temperature is relative to how long the temperature stays up high and then drops in some other atmospheric conditions.
That's right,
Okay.
because the further away the further away the air temperature is from the dew point temperature, then the greater the spread, the greater the dryness in the air. That's why you don't have dew in the afternoon.
I got you. I understand.
William, tell us about that newspaper that carried that fabulous article about you. The Tri-Parish, what is it called?
The Tri-Parish Times.
Yeah, Tri-Parish Times. That's your picture and all those stories about you. You are amazing. You ought to be in Hollywood somewhere, I guess.
Well, people keep mistaking me for Sherman from the Mr. Peabody cartoon. No, the story behind that was that Troy Johnson, the former NFL, USFL player, was being interviewed for the Tri-Parish Times, and the reporter, Mr. Jeff, was talking to him, and Troy mentioned me at the end of the interview. And so Mr. Jeff called me and to ask if he could come by to talk to me. Well, we wound up talking for an hour and a half about the Saints' history as well as their history on television, and that was the main focus of the article. And he admitted to me at the end of the interview that him and I talked so much he wasn't sure how he was going to edit it down.
Well, he had 2 big pages, I tell you that.
Well, it was pretty neat because it's always neat to talk about Saints history, but from a different perspective.
Yeah, right.
And so that was the real nice, enjoyable thing about it.
Tell Gene Richard about Governor Davis.
Oh, yeah. I wrote this to Gibbons. Gene, several years ago on Channel 9 in Baton Rouge, Governor Jimmy Davis was asked to talk about Halloween when he was a kid in Jonesville, Louisiana. And he said that because in Jonesville is farm country and a lot of the farmhouses are spread very far out from one another, they never went trick-or-treating. They always used Halloween to pull pranks. Well, what happened was one year when he was a teenager, him and 4 of his friends in the middle of Halloween night snuck off to an elderly farmer's house. And this is not a joke. They literally tore down the man's covered wagon and rebuilt it on top of his house.
And the next morning, what they did?
Tore it down again.
And the next morning, by strict etiquette of pulling a prank, the 5 young teenagers went back to the farmer's house, and once they realized the farmer knew what happened, they immediately climbed back on top of the house, tore the wagon down, and reassembled it on the ground.
Trick or treat.
No, that's it's going a long way to do a prank.
Well, and it's like Governor Davis said in the special, that the neat thing was they really went out of their way to make Halloween a special event, even though they went to a lot of work.
Yeah.
So, but he used to tell that story on and off for several years, and I'm glad Channel 9 interviewed him about it when they did.
He is our sunshine, all right.
Absolutely. Nice talking to you, William Taylor. Thanks for calling.
All right, well, take care.
Appreciate it, buddy. You too. Bye-bye.
Gene, you knew that Jimmy Davis was
you
born...
are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Yeah, singing governor of the state of Louisiana, Jimmy H. Davis.
He lived in 3 centuries. He was born in 1899, died in 2001.
Wow. Not too many people can say that.
That's right. Yeah.
What a guy. Listeners, we got to take a short break. We're going to try to come back. My son-in-law gave me some guide to the proposed constitutional amendments. We're going to try to talk a little bit about that. We got Gibbens Robichaux in the house this morning. You got Nichols tickets. You want them? Give me a call, 447-6409. Pour yourself another cup of coffee. We just kind of laid back here this Friday talking about some things that, need talking about. We had a great week of guests. Got a great week of guests coming up next week. So we're going to have a good time today. And, man, we got election next week. We had a lot going on. Pour yourself another cup of coffee. We're coming right back here at Oldie 640 KTIB.
After 39 years in business, A&G Refrigeration has clearly demonstrated an outstanding record of service expertise and customer satisfaction. As a Carrier Factory authorized dealer, we have the training to be true experts in the cooling and heating business. Come by and see us at 902 Jackson Street in Thibodaux, or call us at 446-6256. A&G Refrigeration can truly satisfy all your comfort requirements. Turn to the experts.
Leading-edge robotic surgery is closer than you think.
It's right here at Thibodaux Regional. Thibodaux Regional introduces the pioneering Da Vinci surgical system. This revolutionary new robotic system enhances the surgeon's capabilities, enabling complex surgeries through tiny surgical openings. This means less pain, less risk of infection, less scarring, and faster recoveries. To learn more about leading-edge robotic surgery at Thibodaux Regional, call 985-493-4326.
Hi, this is Bo Brooks. It's time that we have a new face on the City Council with fresh ideas and a fresh perspective. Being born and raised in Thibodaux, I've chosen to remain here and invest in our city's future. We cannot go back to the politics of the past and expect our city to keep moving forward. Be a part of our city's progress. Join me on November 4th and elect number 75, Bo Brooks, Thibodaux City Council. Bo Brooks. Progress, not politics. Paid for by the Bo Brooks Campaign Fund.
America is thanking Ben Stein for making the hit film Expelled, No Intelligence Allowed.
No, America, thank you, because this film is making a difference right now in the culture and laws of our great country. When this film opened across America, over 1 million of you stood up for freedom. Now there are only 299 million Americans left to see Expelled. But don't worry if we run out of DVDs. We'll make more.
Expelled. Available now on DVD and Blu-ray.
It's awesome.
KTIB, high on music. KTIB.
And now back to Dialogue on 640 AM KTIB. Here's your host, Gene Richard.
Mississippi blows, with Louisiana Cajuns and everybody knows. Way down in the swamps.
I told you I was going to wear that out this week, man. I like that. Of course, Voodoo by the Joyous Sounds. Yeah, our own local Joyous Sounds group. Yeah, man. I mean, the special effects in that thing are just outstanding. You know what I mean? Just unbelievable. I really, like, they put everything into that song, I guarantee you.
Piccolo with a little
Yeah.
player. That's awesome. It's going to be my granddaughter-in-law.
Uh-oh, yeah, we did. We know we did. We hooked you up to the wrong mic. Go ahead.
Now you can hear me?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Yeah, now we can hear you. Go ahead.
See, the flute
I don't know
player
what I
for
did
the
wrong.
Joyous Sounds is Betsy Osimo.
Oh, really?
She's going to be my granddaughter-in-law next June.
I'll be darned.
I got to start practicing.
I understand I got some relatives on there. I don't know exactly who, what, and how, but and my grandfather's sister, Aunt Meanne, that's her grandchildren. So I think, or great-grandchildren. No, her grandchildren.
Well,
so.
if they'd have heard
no,
you this morning,
great-grandchildren.
they'd have you on there.
Yeah, right.
You all my sunshine.
Yeah, right. 447-6409, number into the dialogue room this morning. 447-6409. Where did Halloween come from? Do you know?
No, I don't really. I can't remember that. It's something about the eve of All Saints.
I used to have it. Yeah, I had it in my folder, but I lost it. Oh, we usually talk about that, but I don't know. I don't have a clue.
Hallowed Eve.
All Hallowed Eve, the day before All Saints Day, and then of course All Souls Day, the following day. All Saints.
I got a little story
Go ahead.
about the cemetery. I don't want to make any grave mistakes.
Oh, Lord.
But the Calvary at the back of the St. Joseph Cemetery has always been designated as the highest dirt hill in Thibodeau. It was dedicated with two of the old bands in October 18th, 1894.
That hill back there by the school?
114 years ago.
Really?
The highest dirt hill in Thibodeau.
Probably still is.
Yeah, sure. It's not.
That was a, and I forgot about that, but that's right on that corner. You can see
right
it
across
from
St. Joseph's School.
from Menard Street.
Right.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing. It's got an altar underneath and everything.
Yeah. And that was built in when?
1894.
That was a long time ago. That's about the year you were born, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. Imagine how many wheelbarrows of dirt did.
Boy, you're right.
I was in a cathedral yesterday with somebody, and I'll tell you, it just amazes me how they built that place. We're going to do a whole
What,
program on the
Thibodeau,
cathedral.
St. Joseph's?
St. Joseph's.
Let me tell you, you couldn't do that today. You couldn't afford it. At least I don't think it would.
Joe Robichaux built it in 3 years for $300,000, and now it would cost $17 million.
Oh, I'd agree. I got to believe that. It'd be awesome.
We're going to do a whole show on that one time. It's just amazing.
Yeah, we could do a show on the history of it.
Absolutely,
that would take hours and hours and hours, but we could condense it.
But imagine Joe Robichaux had no big cranes and all that. All he had was ropes and scaffolds and a lot of men.
And he had one guy called Manuel Labor.
That's what his name?
That's what it took to build it. Manual Labor.
Oh, Gene Richard.
Most people today think Manuel Labor is the president of Mexico.
Yeah, right. Manual labor. I never thought about that. Bob.
That's right.
And my column, that's beautiful.
Let's talk a little bit about I got this from Morton Kywet last night. Got to the proposed constitutional amendments. There are 7 of them.
Yeah.
And the Constitution is considered the fundamental law of the state. Its purpose is to address the rights of the citizens and the authority of the government. Boy, if Paul Leslie's listening right now, he is loving this. The concept of the Constitution as a relatively permanent statement of basic law, however, fades with the adoption of each new amendment. As more detail is placed in the Constitution, even more amendments may be required as conditions change or problems arise with earlier provisions. For example, in 2006, voters passed 2 complex amendments changing the state's laws regarding property rights and expropriation. One of the amendments, number 6, being proposed this year, seeks to reverse some of those changes enacted by the earlier amendments. And you know, there is not a one of us, myself included, that take enough time and interest in the amendments of the Constitution.
That's right.
And let me tell you why. Voting on the proposed constitutional amendments from 1921 to 2007, and I'm not going to go through them all. Listen to the average percentage of voters participating: 29, 24, 27, 18%. Here's one, 53%, 19% in October of 98, 22% September 30th of 06, 47% October 1991, September 27th, 1986, 39%. It has trended less and less and less as we get older.
Right.
You know, back in the, just goes to show you, there was a lot more interest in voting in the 1970s and 80s than there is today. You know, when you, and something as important as amendments to the Constitution, the voting turnout is in the teens. In the teens. Can you believe that?
Gene, I can't believe it. People just, so many people say, I'm not voting. Well, that's ridiculous, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
You got to pick somebody.
Hey, it's the only true right you have.
Right that you have, that's right.
You know, I mean, the only real right that you have
All
is
of
to
the
vote.
countries stand in line for a day sometimes to vote. 90%, you know, some of these countries. 90% of the people, but we're lucky if we get 50 or 60%.
We truly
presidential
take,
elections.
you better believe it. We,
close to 70, I'm sure.
You know, we truly take that right for granted. I mean, we abuse it. You know, we misuse it. We do everything we can not to have it. We truly do that.
Who's up there? When
And then the very ones that don't vote are the ones that gripe. You know, and I tell my constituents, you know, I don't care if you vote for me or against me, but vote. You know, that's the only way you have a say-so.
That's right.
If you don't vote, you don't have a say-so.
Don't complain about anything.
That's it. If you don't vote, I'm sorry, don't complain.
That's right.
You know, you got to go vote. Term limits. Here's amendment number 1.
Yeah, run them 1, yeah.
Term limits for members of state boards and commissions. If you decide a vote for would impose term limits for members of certain state boards and commissions. A vote against would continue to allow members of certain state boards and commissions to be elected or appointed for an unlimited number of terms.
Yeah, right.
So you got a choice. For, you can limit. Against would not limit and let them be appointed for.
People don't take time to read it, but it's in such small print on the ballot itself.
Right.
That's why the advance is so good.
This amendment would limit to three the number of consecutive terms a person could be appointed to serve on boards and commissions.
Yeah.
And they list those boards: the Public Service Commission, State Board of Elementary and Secondary Education, Board of Regents, Board of Supervisors of the University of Louisiana System. That's the ULL systems. That's Southeastern. I think there's 7 or 8 of them. McNeese, Monroe, Lafayette, ULL, all of those. That's what that is. Board of Supervisors, Louisiana State College and Agricultural and Mechanical College. That's LSU. Board of Supervisors of Southern. Board of Supervisors of Community and Technical Colleges. Forestry Commission, State Civil Service Commission, and State Police Commission. So the proposed change would follow passage of a similar 3-term limit on consecutive terms for legislatures, which was imposed by a 1995 constitutional amendment. So that's the history on that one. The second one is time limits for calling special sessions. You decide. A vote for would require that the call for a special legislative session be issued at least 7 calendar days prior to the start of the session. A vote against would continue the requirement that the call for a special legislative session be issued at least 5 days prior to the start of the session.
Yeah, right.
This amendment would change the required advance notice for calling a special session from 5 days to 7 days. Now, you say, why? That's not important. Well, the proposed amendment would eliminate confusion over whether business days must be counted by calendar days or by 24-hour periods. It also would extend the requirement from 5 to 7 days, eliminating the problem of how to count weekend days while maintaining at least 5 weekdays between calling and convening. However, the debate over whether signature suffices for issuance would not be addressed. There still would be no required timeline for making public a call for a special session.
That's so interesting.
Okay, it is. It really is. Number 3, temporary successors for legislators ordered to active military duty.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, this is important in today's age. That's why it's in here.
That's right.
10 years, 15 years ago, we didn't need this. All right? You decide. A vote for would allow the legislature to appoint a temporary successor for any legislator called to active military duty that prevents performance of the duties of the office.
Yeah.
A vote against would continue to require districts to be without representation in the case of their elected legislator being called away to active military duty and refusing to resign.
I see.
Immediate family members would not be allowed to serve as temporary successors. So that's an important one in today's. Temporary successors would serve only for the duration of the elected legislator's term of office or until he or she returns from active duty.
Right.
Successors would be required to comply with the same ethics laws governing all elected legislators except financial disclosure statements that would be required only of those who serve 6 months or more.
That's interesting, huh?
Very,
You ought to read that again Monday and Tuesday. Okay?
Yeah, I'll try to do it, but Martin brought me this last night. I'll tell you what, he studied it because he highlighted everything for me and made it real easy for me to look at it and understand it.
That's why people they don't read it.
Right, but he kind of course, he kind of, he just highlighted everything that was important. Here's one that I want the listeners, I want you to vote for this one. I don't care what you do with the other 6. State severance taxes to parishes.
Yeah.
You decide. A vote for would dedicate additional state severance taxes to parishes of origin, restrict the use of a portion of these funds, and dedicate a portion of severance taxes collected on state lands to the Atchafalaya Basin Conservation Fund. A vote against would maintain the maximum amount of severance tax revenue that has to be paid by the state to parishes at $850,000, adjusted annually for inflation. Here's the proposed change. The amendment would increase the amount of severance tax revenue the state is required to share with parishes in which the tax was generated. The maximum amount of the per parish would be increased from $850,000 per year to $1.85 million for fiscal year 2009 and $2.85 million thereafter. Each year after 2010, the cap would be adjusted upward toward inflation. The amendment would also dedicate 50% of the additional tax revenue parishes received after July 2009 to transportation projects eligible to receive funds from the Parish Transportation Fund. That's the key to this amendment.
Right.
We get money and we can get additional funds in Lafourche Parish and Thibodaux and Lockport and Goldman. Everybody benefits.
Right.
To help with roads and bridges. You better believe it. A vote for, please, listeners. Number 5, transfer of special property tax assessment level. You decide. A vote for would allow homeowners to transfer any special property tax assessment level to their new homes when their property is sold to or expropriated by the state, federal, or local government. A vote against would continue to prohibit the transfer of special property tax assessment levels to new properties. This amendment passes, revenues derived from property taxes would not be reduced. However, revenue growth could be slowed in parishes where a high number of properties are expropriated from citizens claiming a special assessment level. That's if they're putting a road through a parish.
Yeah, right.
They got to expropriate a bunch of property. Owners of the replacement homes would have tax bills that could grow only as a result of millage increases and not property value increases.
That's interesting, huh?
Resale of certain expropriated property. You decide. A vote for would remove the requirement that public authorities first offer expropriated property back to its owner before the property can be sold to a third party. It's going to take a lawyer to figure this out.
Yeah.
If the property was taken to remove a threat to public health or safety and was held for less than 30 years. It also would remove the requirement that such property be sold by public bid and eliminate the opportunity for certain property owners to challenge surplus takings. A vote against would maintain the same resale requirements for property taken to remove a threat to public health and safety as for property taken for other public purposes. I ain't even going to comment on that. I'm going to get an attorney on here to decipher that for me. I don't know a thing about that one.
Don't read that. That's right.
We all know a thing about this one,
What's
though.
the seventh?
Number 7, investment of non-pension benefit trusts.
Oh.
You decide. A vote for would allow public funds reserved for non-pension post-employment benefits to be invested in stocks.
Oh,
a vote against would continue to prohibit public funds reserved for non-pension post-employment benefits from being invested in stocks. This amendment, let me tell you, people need to look at this one.
That's right.
Proposed change. The amendment would permit state and local trusts for non-pension post-employment benefits to be invested in stocks. If funded, the state-level trust would be invested by the treasurer and the local trust would be invested by local authorities according to state law. Very, very important one. So those are the 7. We'll try to go over them more Monday. But before Election Day, maybe I can get Martin on or something. We can do something and talk about them.
A lot of people voted already.
Yeah, I thank you for giving me that, too, because that really explained a lot.
It is interesting.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people have voted, huh? I believe in voting on a date.
Sometimes they make the amendments so long, people just don't bother. That's why you'll help.
Well, look at that. You can get lost. I mean, if I would, if he wouldn't explain it to me, I mean, I wouldn't know. He highlighted everything. That's the only reason otherwise I'd have just branched that and threw it away.
A few days ago to start coming out with it in the paper. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't.
A month ago.
But the thing that really gets me is you have to realize don't take amendments lightly.
No.
Because the Constitution is the document that we live by.
Exactly.
So don't take. I mean, we're changing the way we live.
That's why the power of your vote.
Yeah, don't take them so lightly. Exactly where I'm going with that.
If you get 18% of people,
you bet.
They're hoping that you vote the way they want
you bet. Exactly. Suppose that was 18% vote. Suppose that had been a 50% state tax increase.
Yeah.
18% of the people of registered voters would have decided that? You think that's a majority? I don't think so.
The salary of morning radio guy,
Yeah, we can negotiate that all day.
50%, I ain't vote for that.
It would probably take a constitutional amendment to get us.
You know what? I would love, since I'm a member of the tourists, I'm in a chamber. It's just wonderful. How about Raising Cane? Now, Raising Cane.
A new place in town.
Open Monday, yeah.
Yeah.
Opens at 10:30 in the morning.
Absolutely.
And all they got is chicken fingers, but they tell me it's just tremendous.
It is. I like them.
Have you ever been there?
Yeah, I've been to not here, not this one, but I go to the one in La Place every now and then. Yeah. Can't eat too much of that. It's all fried chicken. They don't have a salad. I wish it's Bart Graves' son that did that.
French fries?
Yeah. And they got tremendous sauce. And listen, it's great food. But they ought to have something for people like us that can't have fried food. One salad. That's all I ask. And Bart Graves' son started that. I'm going to call him and see if he'll give us just one salad. That's all we need.
Jason Rotenberg is the manager. Look,
yeah. I got a good friend of mine who used to be in the insurance business, Bart Graves. It's his son that started Raising Cane.
Yeah.
That began as an economics project out of LSU, and it's an amazing story. And of course,
never raised Cane in your life?
No, Raising Cane, I raised Cane for years. But Raising Cane is the name of his dog. His dog was named Cane. And he was an avid hunter, and that's how that whole deal got started.
You know how long Cane put up with his brother? As long as he was able.
Get out of here.
read those 3 headlines right there. These are good, tremendous. Ones I checked off.
The ones you checked off. Okay, a lot of money is tainted. Taint yours and taint mine. Ain't that the doggone truth?
No, go back to the first one up there.
Which one? That's the first one. A grenade thrown into a kitchen in France would result in linoleum blown apart. Where do you get this? Those who get too big for their britches will be exposed in the end. True story. When you've seen one shopping center, you've seen them all.
Seen them all.
Where do you get this stuff? Listen, we got to take a break. Laid Back Friday, 447-6409. Number to the dialogue room. They get to man, I'm way out on these commercials here. Let me see. 447-6409. Here we go. We got to do from Entergy. Where are we? Yeah, here we go.
Whether you're a rookie to the sport or a pro, there's nothing like the thrill of motocross. And if you like to ride in serious competition, then you need to check out the Honda CRFs at Cycle World. The CRF 450R, CRF 250R, and CRF 150R are the choice of racing amateurs and privateers at every level of the sport. And just like you do, these bikes get better every year. This year, they have all kinds of engine and suspension upgrades to make them more battle-ready than ever. And the CRF 450R and the CRF 250R now even feature the amazing new Honda Progressive Steering Damper. Originally developed by Team Honda, this lightweight, compact steering damper improves cornering ability and reduces rider fatigue. Come in and see why so many top riders have chosen the Honda 4-stroke CRFs for their competition rides. They're in stock now at Cycle World, 5509 West Park in Homer. You deserve a bike as serious about winning as you are.
Hi, Bobby. How's the water in Napoleonville?
Well, Linda, believe it or not, the water is back to normal. Barbera Chevrolet Chrysler is back to normal. Everything is rocking and rolling. We have some great deals going on right now. Employee pricing is over with, but the new incentives that they came out is fantastic.
So, Bobby, tell me, what are the new incentives at Barbera Chevrolet?
Well, I mean, there's Dodge incentives that, $9,000 and $10,000 off on some of these vehicles. The new incentives on the Chevrolets are just the high as can be. Chevrolet wants to keep going and wants to really bust them as far as the market share is concerned. But the good thing is the 09s that have come in, and we have incentives on those, and we just selling everything we can get our hands on. My lot is so low right now. It's because we've been selling everything, and the used cars have increased. We just have a great selection.
Bobby, is everything settling down now in Napoleonville?
Very much so. Picking up all the trash. Everything is getting cleaned up, and we're ready to just finish the year on it with England. So I'm just inviting everybody to come on out, give us a shot. You never know, and you will be surprised at what kind of business we are doing here. And we have a full service department, including tires, service, parts, just great people working for me, and I'm enjoying it. We just need for y'all to come out.
Bobby, is there anything special going on for the end of the month?
Well, the end of the month right now with the closeout on GM, having a special pricing on all the 08, all the 09s that's coming out right now. They have incentives on those already. Dodge has a brand new truck, the Journey, the Traverse that's coming in, the new Camaro. There's a lot of new things coming out.
That sounds great.
I invite everyone to come and see me and just come get a cup of coffee or a drink of water or whatever it might be and take a look and see what we have to offer, and I would appreciate it. We hear a lot of people telling me that, they're hearing it on KTIB, Linda, so that's a good thing.
Well, Bobby, that's really good to hear.
Thank you, Linda. Appreciate it.
Thanks for the call, Bobby. I'll talk to you later.
You too. Bye.
Why shop anywhere else? All roads lead to Barbera's in Napoleonville, the oldest family-owned Chevrolet dealership in Louisiana. And now, back to Dialogue on 640 AM KTIB. Here's your host, Gene Richard.
Some laid-back Sunday morning music at Flanagan's for the brunch, or even, at Cabby's, and if you're in New Orleans, at Cabby's right on the riverfront, where that Dixieland band plays. But this Dixieland band is, Gibbons tells me he produced that CD. You did?
That's right, produced.
Boy, I tell you, they are awesome, and they'll be playing, of course, at Thibodeauville this coming weekend. Get close to the microphone. People can't hear. 447-6409.
You want to have some CDs over there of that beautiful music for $10 now.
All right.
Every Thibodeauville, we sat on the front with a box of them, and people just eat that up.
Oh, absolutely. They are
Dr. William
absolutely
Robichaux
great.
going to take Calvin Bourgeois, passed away, and Dr. Willie Robichaux is going to take his place.
Oh, man. So another generation coming up, so that band will go on forever.
I gave Will Robichaux one lesson. I taught him 1,300 chords, and I never saw him again. Now he plays everything. He's a magnificent musician.
Oh, he's a heck of a musician, you know. But, they'll be at Thibodeauville. Listeners, big weekend. Next 2 weekends, big weekends here in Thibodeau. I got a call from Chad Mead. He was supposed to be on this morning. We're going to talk a little bit about heaters and fire and the whole bit, but Chad had to go into work. But he did call me and tell me Thibodeau High School, my old alma mater, won their homecoming last night against Central Lafourche, 70-14. Can you believe that?
They haven't
70 to no, they're 7-0.
That's amazing.
You know, and
Tennessee Titans,
they are unbelievable. And of course, head coach 70-14. Chad said they passed and ran the ball all over the field, and just Central didn't have an answer for them. So congratulations to the Tigers winning their homecoming. Man, I hope they go on to have one great season. They deserve it. They've been close many times, and you know, for years back they were perennial power. So it's good to see them back. 7-0, and I mean, just wow, what an awesome thing for this area. You know, get behind these Tigers, man. You know, they're a good football team, and it's a great school. And I had the opportunity to meet Kevin George, the principal there, not too long ago. What a great guy.
Yeah, I know.
You know, let me tell you, my kudos to Joanne Matthews and Floyd Benoit and the school board, whoever hired that guy.
I know.
He is one heck of a charismatic. You can tell he is focused.
That's good.
You know, and got
I'd
that.
like to go meet him.
He's got that. Believe me, and that whole staff. They got that school. They got that school headed in the right direction. Believe me. So congratulations again to my old alma mater, Thibodeau High School, 7-0, won their homecoming.
Is that where you
last
played
night.
the clarinet?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
exactly.
You tried to play
exactly at the old school here.
You sang in the choir too, huh?
I sang in a choir when I was in.
They put you on the drums.
That's the true story, Gib. You know, don't laugh. I mean, that hurts my feelings. I got feelings too, you know.
You can't hurt Gene's feelings. You got to beat that drum.
But I did sing in a choir in St. Charles Elementary School. Miss Margaret Toops was the choral director. Yeah. And I don't know what happened, but yeah, Mr. Gorey asked me to play bass drum if I had to stay in the band because there was just no future in me trying to play notes. No, you know, there was nothing there at all. It didn't happen. And but we did have some great musicians, and I talk about them all the time. Ann Lusky now, and David Landry, and Janelle. I mean, them guys and gals. You know, Wesley Russell and. Man, them guys could play. You know, I mean, they like pros.
Great musicians.
Yeah, we still do, and they're still coming. So, played a big. You know, if you got to stay in the band, I'll never forget that conversation. He tried to do it not to hurt my feelings.
I know, yeah.
Tried to make it look like it was a promotion.
The only way you can hurt Gene's feelings is put a coat on.
I cannot stand jackets.
The first day is 32 degrees. I'm gonna bring you a coat.
Oh, I got 2 in the truck. I can't stand them. I mean, they just cumbersome. They get in the way. They're heavy. Man, that's why I like warm weather. You know, I don't know what it is. But anyway, listeners, don't forget Casa Coco downstairs. $2 for chocolate, $1 for biscuits and whatnot. They're downstairs right now, 8 to 10 this morning. It's Halloween. Be careful tonight once again with the kids. Please do not leave them unsupervised. Those of you that will be driving, please slow down. Be careful. Watch for kids. Daylight saving times change tomorrow night. Set your clock back 1 hour. Thanks a lot, Doug, for telling us that. I totally forgot about it. What else, Gib? Get ready. We got LSU and Tulane tomorrow night. Nichols. Right. In fact, we forgot to Nichols. We talked about it earlier in the week. Nichols beat McNeese last week. You know, I mean, just came up. You better believe it. Hold on a second. Let's take this call before we go. Good morning. You're live, KTIB.
Gene Gibbons, how y'all doing this morning?
Hey, what's happening? Got you back, Al.
Oh, man, doing good. How y'all making this morning?
We're doing all right.
I want to remind listeners that if they're still undecided about that councilman at large race, on Tuesday, on this afternoon, on Al Carter Live, I have Chip, Bado, and Bo Brooks on air forum so people can hear them maybe for the last time.
I forgot to say it.
You bet. Thank you, Al.
All right, brother. Y'all have a good day now.
Hey,
you too.
Al.
Bye-bye. Right. Yeah, I didn't even know that. Thanks for calling in, Al. Forum this afternoon, 4 to 5 on Al Carter Live. Chip Bado and Bo Brooks will be here, so make sure you tune in to Al Carter Live here at Oldie 640 KTIB. Big weekend, Nicholls State, Central Arkansas tomorrow afternoon. I get a giveaway all the doggone tickets, but let's support the Colonels. They beat McNeese. They're right in the thick of things. LSU Tulane. I don't know who E.D. White plays tonight, but Thibodeau High beat Central Lafourche last night. 70-14. Wow, way to go, Tigers. Go get them, Tigers. Halloween tonight, be careful. Fall Farmers Market tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock. So we got 3 more tickets? Okay, we got 3 more tickets. If somebody can call me off the air, 447-6409, 447-6409 here at Odie 640, or 447-6405. We got 3 more tickets to the Nichols game to give away. So if you want them, give us a call. We'll be happy to put your name on them. You can come out and get them. But in the meantime, Gibbons, I'm going to go downstairs and buy you some hot chocolate.
I'm ready.
How about that?
Okay.
Listeners, thanks for listening, as always. We appreciate all that you do for us. Hang on, let me get this call.
How you doing, Dave?
Good morning, you're live, KTIB.
Gene, just before we go off there, it's the mayor.
Hey, Mayor Cartwright.
Listen, you were talking about the McNeese game. This is an unusual situation at Nichols State University. You know, in every conference, every week they give an offensive player of the week, a defensive player of the week, and a special teams player of the week throughout the entire conference.
That's correct.
That game, as a result of that game, Nichols State won the offensive player, the defensive player, and also the special teams. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. All 3 different players.
How about that?
That's wonderful.
So and it's homecoming this week, too. So there's going to be a big crowd in Thibodeau tomorrow. I just wanted to let you know that.
Thank you, Mayor.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Give us a hello for me.
I'm going to do it.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
How about that? All 3 of them. And Nichols right in the thick of things. So you want to make sure we got 3 tickets. 447-6409. Give them away. Be out there. Be in attendance. Tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock, Nichols versus Central Arkansas, John L. Guidry Stadium. It's homecoming for the Nichols State University Colonels. LSU at Tulane, EY play. Hey, another great full weekend here in Thibodaux. Next weekend, Thibodauxville. Election is coming Tuesday. I mean, we got all kinds of stuff going on. God bless you today, listeners. God bless you every day. Do something nice for somebody. And we'll see you Monday morning here at Odie 640, KTIB. Don't forget, tune in to Al Carter Live tonight. Forum between Chip Batto and Bo Brooks. And tomorrow, Soul in Your Bowl, Johnny Jam at 11 a.m. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you Monday here at Odie 640, KTIB.